Right guys, so welcome back to the channel. We've got a little bit of a different one for you guys today. I'm here with a friend of mine, Steve, a very close friend of his, Pete Tucker, passed away. I think he was 94. Steve's holding a memorial car show on the 2nd of July, which is, you know, really nice, just as a tribute to Pete. Pete has a 1987 Elcamino sitting in this barn full of ivory. So Pete was heavily involved in American cars here in the UK, you know, as far back as the 60s and 70s. We've offered to pull this Elcamino out of this garage and have it running, and we're going to unveil it at the car show. I'd imagine this thing's been sitting for at least 10 years, if not 20. Beautiful car. You're going to see it as we found it. So let's go and have a chat with Steve, see what he's got to say.
When we first met Pete, Dad was the first person really he met. He got chased out of London. Steve ended up spraying a couple of cars in your yard and stuff, and that's how the friendship all started. Yeah, that's all I remember.
He bought a car from Violet Cray, who was Reg and Ron's, the Cray twins' mum.
Wow.
The Eric Bird and the Animals, Donovan used to hang around. A spotty kid with a guitar, as Pete used to call him.
Anybody of that era will remember Pete.
He made his mark.
He loved it.
So I sort of offered my services and Jim's services and said, look, if we drag this car out for you free of charge, get it up and running, give it a good detail, give it a good polish, you know, do what needs to be doing, can we unveil this car at the car show? He was a little bit dubious at first, but obviously because we're going to do this free of charge, what a tribute to Pete, hey, to get this car dragged out of the shed after 20 years, get it up and running. I've seen the car in small snippets, just lifting the cover. It looks amazing, it really does. Still got all these logos and magnetic signage down the side. We're going to pick it up on the truck tomorrow, but we're going to uncover the car as we found it right now so that you guys can see. And we'll see what it looks like and see what we've got up against us.
Ended up landing in Florida, and there'd been a massive tornado, flew through the place, ripped the place apart, and there sat this Elcamino, which he loves anyway, and it sat there like a brand new pin, the only thing that weren't destroyed.
Right, so after we pulled the covers back on this absolute beauty, I was so surprised. It was in incredible condition, so much better than we expected. It's a little small block 305. You'll notice that the steering column is in a million pieces. Pete pulled this thing apart 10-15 years ago to try and fix the tilt column, which was an absolute nightmare. Most of you GM guys will know the headache that they produce. So what we did was we thought, let's get it on the back of the truck, we'll take it back to the workshop and see if we can get this thing up and running. So much trim on it. You know, these are all factory, aren't they? All these chrome rails on the bed. Give it a bit of cut and polish. Yeah, look under here. Air conditioning, power steering. The car's new. We won't fire it, but just to see if we get dash lights.
There you go. Another cream puff.
Another cream puff and package.
Well. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Sitting for 20 years. Connect the battery. Look,
Come on.
we got
Still got
lights.
the service record in the glove box.
Pete Tucker's USA Cars, Royston, Hertfordshire. I am honestly going to laugh if this works. 20 years. Well, that's what we're calling it. Yeah. Well,
So you've got another one here. So he's obviously swapped it out.
yeah, I think. Yeah, it's going to be. Right, so it's time to pull this thing out and let it see the light of day after 20 years. I was so honoured to be asked to do this car. It was just a beautiful car. It was incredible. I can't say much more, but let's try and winch her on the back of the truck. You'll notice the other guy here is Steve Tucker, who is Pete's son. So it was really nice to catch up with Steve and hear some incredible stories about the car and about his dad's life.
baby.
Right, let's try again. Right, let's get this party started. Bit of squirt, Jim. So it turns out this distributor was junk, it was garbage. I had an HEI sitting on the shelf, so we pulled one out, stuck it in, and she fired first kick. So we gave her a little bit of a tune-up. It's got a quadrajet carburetor on it, and in all fairness, I thought I was going to have to rebuild this thing, but it fired up, it idled. All we did was gap the plugs, put a distributor in it, set the timing on it, a few adjustments on the mixture screws on the carburetor, and it ran perfectly. And I might add, this thing's running on 20-year-old juice. Absolutely amazing.
Like I say, this car was in a bit of a state. It didn't run, it was flat, the paint was dead, the wheels were absolutely crazy. Give it a round of applause, come on you lot. This was Mr. Tucker's own car, the last car he owned. Look at that.
Just want to give a big shout out to Steve Tucker, mate, you're a legend, and thank you very, very much for this incredible opportunity.